Welcome to the Any Last Words podcast. Four overzealous friends severely in over their heads navigate what they claim to be areas of their own expertise, be it nerd culture, politics, or critiquing media.
Join us, if you will.
For these may very well be
Our last words.
Nec Ultima Verba.
The Avatar.
My name is Iro.
The
General Iro.
The Avatar Ong.
Sok Agni Kido.
My name is Ong.
All the avatars. General Iro. General Iro. General Iro. Yin and Yang. General Iro. General Iro.
Ong.
Avatar.
Oh, 3, 2, 1.
What comes after 1?
Clap.
That's right.
Do I have to spell it out for you?
You could if you want.
CLAP exclamation point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very early ALW podcast. It is currently extraordinarily early. It's so unbelievably early. I want to die on the inside. You can hear it in my voice. It's like 9:53.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit. It's some white people hours crap. Anyways, I'm joined here by the best manager in the world, who wakes up at this time, and if not significantly earlier, the regular.
It's so late.
Indeed.
You guys are late. It's 10 o'clock and here I am. It's Reggie. It's your Reggie. I'm here
It
to
really
wake you
is.
up.
And exactly, with the dose of that Reggie caffeine,
Well,
you should start your own coffee
oh my
brand,
god,
actually.
that should be a thing. Reggie roasts.
Ryan's. No. Reggie roasts. There we
Yeah.
go. I like it. I approve of this.
No, let's be real. It will just turn into a drug. A drug
Hey!
product. Really.
Hey,
quickly.
Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it, alright? Everything's got to start from somewhere.
We start off with drugs and then we go down to caffeine.
Exactly. Caffeine is a drug anyway.
No, but not
That's
a real one.
Are you sure it's a drug in the same way that alcohol's a drug?
Yeah, but it's not
You
the
know,
same.
like-
Both caffeine and alcohol
Why is it not
have
the
no
same?
effect on me.
Then why are you drinking? Also, hi guys, I'm here as well, by
Yeah,
the way.
Brandon's
Brandon
here.
here.
I am here.
Just
Let-
pretend that we did the late skit,
Yep.
okay?
Yeah.
As
thank you.
we mentioned, it is extraordinarily early.
Yeah, it's so early that I can't be late. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. See, if we were doing the recording today, he'd be late, but no, we're doing it yesterday. Hence why Brandon is just so irrevocably unlate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was going to be late, but then we just did this so early, it was on time.
Yeah. Definitely. 10 a.m. is very early for us.
Well, alright, I've had like maybe a couple hours sleep. We're trying the hardest, okay? We're
Did you
big
go to bed at 8 a.m.?
individuals. What?
Did you go to bed at 8 a.m.?
Well, on really bad days, sure. But like when you get to 8
Jesus.
a.m., at that point you just give up and just be like, well, fuck it, I guess I'm awake now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes, but as of now, I'm currently averaging about 4 a.m. or so. Yeah.
That's a good
Damn,
time.
It is. It's a great time.
It's not great.
That's
Terrible.
what not having uni and not having a job does to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, relatable. I've been going to bed at 2 in the morning, which isn't that bad.
I've been
But the more I keep
Compared to
telling
myself.
myself that, the worse it gets.
doing well with my life. I've been shining brightly. The sun's just glowing.
Oh, way to flex on us with your working
Christ.
I
sleep
don't-
schedule.
Like I finished work early yesterday and I was strolling around the mall, just looking at
That's
the
one of
world.
those.
I can see the sun shining because I never see the sun.
For the last time, because lockdown is it's pretty much
It's
down
not
now.
so bad
isn't
because
it?
now I have time to myself.
This is true.
Because
Oh, yeah, you don't have to go to work.
yeah, I don't have to go to work at the moment, but don't know.
You're not an essential worker.
I'm not going to be doing long hours, so.
Okay. God
It's
damn it.
true.
I handed in my application to a place and it finally got put into review.
But
Now
now we
we're
have
going to
lockdown. That's so sad.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
very
God.
sad, so whatever. It's fine. I'm fine.
I mean,
This is just going to be like last
Oh
year.
no, Brain's
I
crying.
might end up getting a job because of nepotism. Oh, poor Brain.
Yeah, I tried using nepotism, but I was too late.
Yes.
The Nepo already left the tism, so you know how it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But yes.
Speaking of isms,
Isms.
Isms.
I love isms.
yeah,
Isms, tism.
exactly. One might even
Racialism.
talk about racism.
You know what racism that I
boy.
hate the most?
Yeah, tell us.
Cow racism.
What?
This is true.
What?
Cal, why didn't you explain?
No.
I mean, if you have you feel like
If you
there's
feel like
got to
a
be
cow.
some form of elitism amongst cows, right? Sometimes you wake up in a cow mood and it's like, wow, fuck other cows. Because, I mean, you heard those studies, right, where cows have different accents based on the regions that they're in, you know? The
Yeah.
French cows go, le moo, and the German cows go, ach moo.
Yes, of
And all
course,
that.
of course.
The Australian cows go, oi, moo, mate, can't. And all that shit.
Oh,
Well, I'm sure if you, like, you know, had a cow convention, an international cow convention, it would break out in blood and murder.
Yeah,
Because the cows would probably get angry at each other, just like people do.
exactly.
Yeah,
Because
of
the
course.
moment you start getting, like, different cultures going on amongst the species, then you get war.
Yeah,
It's just
Yeah.
how it works.
definitely. And the cows each have different cultures because they all do things differently. They all give birth in different ways that are
Exactly.
unique to
The
their
French
cultures.
cows eat garlic bread, you know? Like, damn.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Or is that the Italian cows? I don't fucking know. I don't
Doesn't matter.
they're all the same.
They're all the same, but they're different.
Yes,
They
they're
all
all
give
the
us
same.
burgers, so
Oh my god! What?
Oh, that completely debunked the whole thing.
They all make
True,
us
they all
give us
provide
lunch.
burgers.
they all provide burgers, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
I gotta ask Callan, how do you stumble across something like that? Cow racism, just where
Well, I mean, we're just naturally funny people, myself and Reggie, who came up
yeah.
with this.
We talked
Oh, you
about
came
this
up
the
with
other
it. Oh,
day.
Yeah, like cows
And-
having accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about
I was
this
barely
the other
awake
day.
the other day. It was too early.
And I was saying to Cal that
We were.
what
This is true.
if there was, like, you know, a bunch of, like, German cows, and then, you know, in a field, and then suddenly a farmer brought in, like, a French cow, you know, just they imported a French cow. Then the German accent cows would be like, who the fuck is this cow? And then the French cow would be speaking to them in, you know, his accent, and then all the German cows would think
Yes.
that
Yes.
he's weird for speaking like that. Like, what kind of... You're not even a cow. And then, you know, there would be
this
more
is true. That does
racism and
happen. There is,
stuff.
Yeah.
communication
Colonialism
between
and that
races.
sort of thing. Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. Language barriers. You got interracial cow children, calves. You know,
Oh, wouldn't that be sweet?
not sure where to go. Lemieux or Ahmu. You know,
Then you get the bilingual cows.
exactly. Oh my
man.
god.
I mean, but surely something along those lines will happen at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Once humans are all gone, cows will rise up to be the most dominant species and take on what the humans learned, how to distinguish between races.
Exactly.
I mean, that reminds me of this fairly old... I don't think it was done by anyone of particular significance. But there's this old song called "Cows with Guns," which is about just that.
About cows and
is.
guns.
Yeah, exactly. Like one cow, he's really intelligent, and he realizes, hey, humans are using us for burgers, and they start fighting for their own civil rights with guns.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And it's got this charming little animation with it, which actually it's genuinely, I think it's hilarious. Yeah. There was no deeper meaning behind this segue. I just thought I should bring this up.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I completely understand. Yeah, this has like the same energy as the whole emu war thing, where the emus they didn't really rise up. They just kind of
did their thing.
Yeah,
and then continued doing their thing.
If you want more info on that, go check out the 4th episode of the Any Last Words podcast.
Holy fuck!
Look at that promotion.
Was I even there? I wasn't even there.
No, you didn't exist yet.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, no. That's something, if not anything else, philosophically distraughting. Imagine not existing.
No.
That'd be fucking sick.
Terrible.
I mean, would you even know?
Exactly. Which is why I'd rather there not be anything after I die. Because I won't know that there isn't nothing. I'd just be taking a fucking nap. You know?
That would be weird, though, if you weren't.
But it won't be weird because you won't be there for it to be weird.
That's true.
You know?
But what if when you die, though, you know you're dead, but your conscious is still there?
Well, then you're not fucking dead, are you?
Yeah, but how does that work?
It's like souls and spirits and stuff.
Well, you're just not fucking dead.
But Callan, what about ghosts, Callan? What about ghosts?
We're going to ghosts now?
Have you ever... Brandon, I'm sure you've watched many, many episodes of Scooby-Doo, right? We all know that at the end of the day, the ghost is some rich bureaucrat or some shit, or some poor individual who doesn't want their house run over by said rich bureaucrat, or it's the rich bureaucrat trying to, accrue more monetary wealth, and they've all got really super realistic costumes.
Yeah, so you'd want to be a ghost because then you'd be a rich cunt.
Exactly. Or unless you're the kind of ghost where you're a poor cunt and someone's trying to mow over your house. And then it's like, ooh, stay away.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo's awesome.
Love that show.
Scooby-Doo is interesting.
Did you guys ever watch, it was like a semi-reboot, it was called like Mystery Incorporated or something?
I think I've seen that.
Yeah. It was so cool. It was like a full-on story-based Scooby-Doo where everything actually mattered. And everyone was in masks, but then they actually dealt with like proper supernatural things by the end of it. It was crazy.
Oh yeah.
God.
I might have done. Not avidly.
Fair enough.
Just on like TV occasionally.
Yeah. It was actually really funny as well. Fred and Daphne, right?
Yeah.
They were only like 16 years old, and Fred like proposed to her and everything.
No way.
They made a huge thing out of it. It was awesome.
Good.
We love teenage
and then
marriages.
There's like this whole... Yeah, I know,
really
right?
Do.
Yeah.
Teenage
I think I can't remember if it actually happened, but... Yeah. Oh, and there's like this whole thing where Fred is really into traps.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Right.
Yeah, that's like one of the best running gags throughout the whole show. It's amazing.
Man, it's amazing what you could get away with kids' television back in the day.
Yeah,
nowadays it's just fucking garbage.
It is. It's terrible.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Everything is butt and fart and poop jokes, which admittedly I laugh at sometimes.
How could you?
Brandon's lame.
I mean...
Look, the bar's been set really low. I haven't seen that's a lie. I've seen The Office, so I have seen very funny shows recently, but,
That's not a kid's show.
Exactly. In terms of kids shows, the bar's been set really low.
Yeah,
so-
it's about like, oh my, I lost.
I'd still let kids watch The Office, though.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not that kid unfriendly. It's like the same level as The Big Bang Theory. Maybe
Yeah,
even
I wouldn't let kids
friendlier.
watch that.
Yeah,
though.
that's a little.
No, yeah,
Fucking boring.
that, yeah. Yeah.
Because if the kids are gonna watch it, then I'm gonna have to sit there and watch it. These hypothetical children.
Mhm.
So, like, they may as well watch what I want to watch, and I don't want to watch The Big Bang Theory
Exactly.
because that just went to shits after a certain point.
I mean, I'd let my kids
Very,
watch anything except for like, really bad stuff
What do you consider bad, though?
like porn.
What do you mean? You're not letting them have their own form of self-expression?
No, that's not. It's not what that is.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, okay, there's one. I thought you were going to say something more along the lines of the Last Airbender movie, because that thing's a travesty.
Well,
I would
if you
not
let them watch
watch
it once,
that.
they'll never watch it again.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
gotta make them. You gotta expose them to that crap, so then they won't watch crap anymore.
Exactly.
Is it worth it, though? Tarnishing such a wonderful brand like
I mean,
that?
it's like spanking your kids.
It's already existing. Like, you can't unmake the movie by not watching it. It's always going to be there.
You don't know that,
It was such a
Kellen.
terrible waste of our time, guys.
It
Yeah.
was. For reference, we watched the M. Night Shyamalan live-action Avatar. Well, not even Avatar, The Last Airbender. It's just called The Last Airbender.
Mm.
But yes, we watched that together after our recording the previous episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, like, Callan, I think, Callan, you said you've seen it before, right?
Yes, so at
Yeah.
the very least, I've done enough critical essays and whatnot around it.
Yeah, that was my first time, at least,
Yeah.
seeing that movie.
I hadn't seen it either.
And, yeah, and it was...
It was really.
It was way worse than I
Yeah.
thought.
It was not what I
Like-
expecting in the worst possible way.
It got absolutely everything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That it was, oh my god, like
It
words can't even
genuinely did.
describe how terrible that was. I can't believe they managed to get that thing to air in theaters. Like,
Yeah.
Christ.
Horrifying.
Like, it wasn't. If you, like, fantasized about, the Avatar and, everything about Avatar being in real life, it was just the opposite of what you expected.
Genuinely, even if you went into that movie as hyped up as possible, like, oh my god, I'm gonna love
Yeah,
this.
no
and
matter what they
everything.
give
if you're
us.
just the most easy to please person, no matter what, this movie you will hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
really
is just
bad.
that bad.
Because me, I like crap movies sometimes, but this was just a terribly
Yes.
made movie. You can't watch it.
As a whole, yeah.
Like, yeah. It's not camp like the 1990s fucking Mortal Kombat movie where it's bad, but in like a funny, humorous, self-aware kind of way.
Yeah.
It's not bad like a Tommy Wiseau production where it's so ironically horribly bad it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we're gonna have to watch The Room at some point.
Oh god.
It's just bad.
Really.
It just disgusts you to the core.
Yeah.
It's like
It
I'm
was.
trying to think of a movie just as bad.
But you can't. You can't.
Can't. Yeah.
Because it's really.
It's just purely bad. It's not really bad
it's
in a
kind
good
of-
way.
yeah.
It's like a.
It doesn't.
It's like the little panda fighter on a budget, you know?
Yeah.
That sort of shit.
It was just a combination of bad angles, bad lighting, terrible
The editing was horrible.
actors.
I think. Yeah.
The actors were all children,
Well,
unskilled.
see, children actors aren't always that bad, though. You look at, like,
Sure,
Logan.
you get a
or-
couple decent child
Yeah,
actors,
that was-
but those weren't decent child actors.
I know. That's the problem.
And then, like,
but
he kept like flaring his nostrils as if he was trying to make them bigger. Like, don't get it.
No.
Yeah.
And they just bungled it in so many perspectives. Like, they deviated from character development, which is what the entirety of the original series is about. Like, it's experiencing the story through the characters and whatnot. And then they just replaced that with exposition as much as possible. There was so much exposition.
And I think part of that problem is they took on the impossible task of making a 20-episode season into a 1 hour and 30-minute movie. Like, that in of itself is just kind of stupid.
They should have just gone with, like,
why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
And yet, ironically, the best way to circumvent that would have been to have followed the structure of the original story.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they genuinely tweaked it in such a way where it was worse than if they just did a copy-paste of the first book of Water.
Yep.
Yeah. But if they did that, then it would have been like a 3-hour plus movie. And
No, because then you could make a trilogy.
Yeah, but with sufficient cuts. I mean, yeah, the idea would have been a trilogy. Like, obviously they cut it before the finale and whatnot. But genuinely, like, they cut away so much, but then added so much unnecessary, bullshit in between. Like, the opening scene in of itself is already worthless compared to what the opening scene was in the cartoon.
Yeah.
It was about 20 seconds of just Katara waterbending, and then nothing happens, yada yada. And then, like, 2 minutes of exposition is some bullshit. And then more bullshit, and Aang comes out of the ice and shit. When in the original, that all happened in one cut, in one scene. Katara's waterbending, releases Aang from his prison and whatnot. You see so much out of that. You get that misogynistic and the sister brother relationship between, brother and sister.
You basically get the start of everyone's character arcs. You get what they're going to go for the rest of the season or the whole series. Even.
But no, they go for exposition.
And the way that they
like
moved
soccer was,
with the airbending and stuff, it was like they're doing yoga and Pilates.
It was either yoga or just spazzing out. That was
it was either having a spaz attack or they were doing Tai Chi.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that we ended up doing was we sped up the movie to 2 times speed during fight scenes, and it made them so much better.
It genuinely does. Like, they slowed it down significantly
to make it more dramatic.
It's just, yes. I mean, not even that. I don't know why they did it. Like, it's the exact opposite reason of why you should be slowing things down, compared to, like, Jackie Chan being on set and they have to slow down his footage because his actual footage looks too fast and it didn't work. It's the exact opposite of that. It's like, wow, these child actors, I don't know, they look a little bit on the slow side. Make them slower, lean into it,
No.
Just Did they at least get stunt doubles for them? Like, is that a...
There were no fucking stunts. The kids did fuck all.
Oh my god.
Name one half decent stunt that involved one of the kids.
Can't think of one.
Well, you know that scene where Zuko jumps in the air briefly for a second? Yeah, that was...
yeah, but Zuko's not an 11-year-old child,
Yeah, I know.
Sure, he had a stunt double, and all the other people that got hit by slowly moving rock projectiles had stunt doubles, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't really do much with Aang.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying Aang.
Yeah.
Ong.
Aang. Avatar.
Ong the Avatar.
Yeah.
That
with
was
his friends, with his friends Katara and Sokka. I don't know how they...
I know Ong is, like, culturally, like, that's how it's pronounced.
Sokka.
But, like, Sokka. We were just all raised on Aang. It just doesn't make sense why
Aang sounds right, but, whatever. I can let that one go. But Sokka? Oh my god.
Sokka. It's terrible.
Yes, I reckon that, like, if someone took the time and effort, which will not be me, you could, like, take that footage from that film and then re-edit it yourself, and it would turn out marginally better. Like, if you cut out a lot of the exposition and then just started, like, messing around with footage, rearranging how some of the scenes are laid out. Like, that scene where Zuko invades the Southern Water Tribe is absolute garbage. But if you just rearrange a couple of the scenes, you know? Because, I mean, one, it makes Zuko look like a fucking princess. And two, it makes Aang look like a fucking princess for staying inside of a hut while people are being threatened by Zuko and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was that? And there's just some very minor tweaks. And you could get rid of all 6 mentions of the Great Library, of which is entirely irrelevant.
And get rid of Fire Lord Ozai completely, because he wasn't even in the first book.
Exactly. There's like a solid many minutes of film you could gain back from your life by cutting out Fire Lord Ozai, because he's not even meant to be there.
Yeah.
The fact that they even showed the Fire Lord means that they screwed up.
Yeah. And the fact that, like, I get that the actors were, you know, different ethnicities to what they actually look like on the show, but they could have at least given him a beard. Like, Christ, he was just a baby-faced
He looks
baby.
like he was about to, like, pick up a phone call from a customer and help them out with their goddamn tech. Okay? He did. I'm just gonna say it now. He looks like he was the fucking call desk.
Yeah. Like, Iroh was one of the only things they got a little bit right, you know?
Yeah.
And even then, they didn't really write much for him. And the only reason we say that is because it was just a guy who had a half-decent voice. They didn't get a fat guy with a decent voice. And they didn't get him a fat suit or anything.
Yeah, but at least
he
they got
sat
the
there
beard.
and he drank tea.
At
and
least
he
they
had a
got
bit
the
of a
beard.
beard.
And he got foot massages
it wasn't
too.
the same though. He did.
Yeah.
That was weird. That was such a weird...
That was a funny
shot.
reveal.
Yeah.
Like, at the beginning of the scene, you think he's just reclining, but then, like, the camera rotates around him and you just see this young woman attending to his feet. And it's like, oh, holy shit, she was there the whole time.
Yeah. God.
Ira's getting an essential foot massage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... I don't get the point of that, personally, but, yeah, that movie was an absolute travesty.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're all obviously going to be together to watch the next live action one that comes out with
Jesus
Netflix.
Christ, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I mean...
Don't you love hearing how the creators of the original series left the Netflix production because of how it was going wrong?
I have a feeling the Netflix adaptation will at least be better than the movie, because it's going to...
not very hard to
Not very hard.
movie.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but I reckon it would have better pacing at least, because the story would be spread out over episodes instead of 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, and in terms of like getting everyone's races or whatever right, that's at least something Netflix will get right.
Yeah, because if they don't, they'll get cancelled, and then they won't care about it a couple weeks later.
Yeah. But
I mean, to be fair, you could also say the same of the other. Like, I'm pretty sure Netflix has funded a couple movies where they got some casting decisions wrong.
probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
I mean, it happens, but just The Last Airbender was just...
All wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
And
nothing good
It
there.
was worse because they did that on purpose. It wasn't by accident.
Yeah, these are intentional decisions on
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan's, board,
Yeah.
which horrifies me. Either one of us three could have directed and written that movie better, I imagine, probably, maybe.
Well, yeah, you just take what the original did and leave it as it is. Don't try and improve
just
upon it.
copy paste and cut some corners here and there. But just they have the perfect fucking
Everything.
recipe right there.
Yeah.
It was all there for them to just copy paste.
Yeah.
Sure, it'd be difficult to like condense it down, but I mean,
That's your problem.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, and for me, part of the problem is just why? Why does it need a live action remake? Right? Like, well, it was like
Hey, if it was done well, it'd be really
It
cool.
would have been.
it would be really cool, but also I don't care. Why? I can watch the original and think that's really cool. Why would I want a live action thing?
Nothing's going to
instead?
step up to the original in
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
way that like Disney live action remakes aren't going to
Yeah,
step
they're
up
always
to the
not
originals.
as good.
Yes, hence why I haven't watched a single one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
They're all garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Mulan
I
was.
mean,
Well,
No, but Beauty and the Beast wasn't bad though.
I've heard that Beauty and the Beast was okay.
It was okay.
All things considered.
They did quite well just
I
because
mean-
Emma Watson's there.
but she can't sing.
What?
She
Is
can't
that really
sing.
not her voice?
Auto tuned.
Is that not her voice?
Yeah.
They're actually voiceover. That's
Then no.
hilarious. Oh my gosh. But what strikes me hilarious is that Brandon knew that and was almost indignant. Like he was indignant over the idea that you're implying that it was her that
It has
sang.
good music, okay? Gaston is a bop.
Oh my god. No, but I
mean, yeah,
do like the songs
sure.
that they put in there.
Did they add like new
They
songs
did
to it?
add a few different
Okay.
songs, just for like the effect.
Fair
Because
enough.
it's like
I
a
guess.
it's like a
True.
musical. It's not really like a normal movie. That's
Yeah.
why.
I don't know. I just have such a strong hate against all live action films.
Yeah.
They're just cashing in on nostalgia. That's it. That's all
I
they
don't
exist
watch
to do.
them.
So
As
That's
much.
true. I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not gonna see any of them. I haven't, and I refuse to.
yeah,
And from what I've heard, that's the correct choice.
yeah.
The Lion King was just a garbage
I
frame
haven't
for
seen it.
frame.
Because I don't want
See,
to.
and that's weird. That's weird, right? It's a frame for frame remake of the original,
really
but it
is.
did worse than the original.
Because it
Or
lost
at
the
least-
expressive quality
Yeah.
of the original animation. Although, didn't they cut one or two of the songs or some shit?
They cut some of the songs.
I feel like
they cut one of them in half.
Be Afraid or some shit.
Be prepared. Yeah, yeah.
Be Prepared, there we go.
The Scars song,
Which
right?
is like one of the
Yeah.
best songs in the original
Yeah.
anyways.
They
So,
cut
like,
that,
sucks.
but then they somehow made the movie like an extra 30 minutes long, from what I remember.
How?
Yeah, because
like
they
2
have a
hours.
habit of throwing
I
in
don't know.
unnecessary shit. I don't know what they did to The Lion King, because like whatever the fuck is there to throw in. But I know in
Yeah.
Aladdin, they gave Genie a love interest.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
that's
Like
weird.
there was that whole line.
Yeah.
Which is just yet another reason why I don't think I should have ever watched. Well, I mean, I didn't, so I just will continue to not watch the live action remakes. They just add unnecessary waffle and bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mulan,
Yeah.
in a nutshell, yeah. God, that drove me nuts. I can't believe I spent time watching that. That was...
Wasn't it like there
awful.
wasn't any? What's the dragon's name again?
The dragon's name.
Mushu.
Yeah,
Mushu.
he wasn't even there, was he?
Yeah, they got rid of him for a phoenix in Mulan. What's interesting is that they did that for like accuracy reasons to the original.
Yeah, but the best
tale.
part
I
was
hate that.
But then they go
Mushu.
ahead and spend the rest of the movie disrespecting the not disrespecting, but like fucking it up.
Yeah.
And if not anything else, disrespecting the culture. Like they were filming during COVID,
Really?
in like
Oh,
Asian
God.
countries. So like obviously it was extraordinarily dangerous to people. They fucked up a lot of representation. There was a fair amount of racism going on behind the scenes. The Mulan remake is just disgusting.
Yeah. And then they charge like $30 for it extra on Disney Plus,
know.
where you already pay like $15 a
Really?
month.
That's
Yeah.
genuinely one of the most disgusting business practices I've ever seen. Hence why I condone ripping shit off the internet.
When it
Like-
comes to that sort,
Wait,
okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Is it too early? Condone? Yes. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that, I guess.
Just Disney is not getting any of my money. Multi-billion ass fucking corporation, slave work ass children in Korea animating their shit.
Yeah.
Not
That's
children, but Korean individuals.
I mean, Pixar movies are at least, I think they deserve.
Yeah, but they're getting shunted into Disney Plus, like Luca.
I know.
Oh, they,
Yeah,
I actually really want to watch
all
that
of a
movie.
sudden it's a... Yeah, if you want, I got the link for it. But yes, I mean, I'll just talk briefly. But like Luca, I mean, as a Disney Pixar, is just on Disney Plus, and that just feels like the biggest disrespect to Luca. Like it should have a cinematic release. It really should.
Wait, it doesn't even have a cinematic release?
I'm pretty sure it's a Disney Plus exclusive.
Are you sure?
What?
At the very least, that's what
I
I've
thought
seen
it was going to
so
come out
far.
like next year.
Next year?
I don't know.
Well, in next year?
It just came out.
Yeah, it's not in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just googled it now. It's just
It's
not
probably
in
because of
theaters.
COVID and
Jeez.
shit.
Well, yeah, you'd think that, but I mean, it's mostly just Disney, reaching for your wallet.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there were a couple, like, I mean, obviously it premiered and there were events that ran it in cinemas and whatnot, but like, that's, one-time shit in fucking California and some Disneyland shit. But like, there's no worldwide cinematic release, like in countries where that'd be suitable.
It's kind of like Soul then.
Was
Soul
Soul
also deserved
went-
a release.
Wait,
It's released
was Soul only...
on
Soul
Disney.
was straight to Disney
It was
Plus.
actually
What?
supposed to be in theaters, but then it got, postponed and stuff.
But then Disney
then,
realized
yeah.
it was more lucrative to just make people pay $30 for it.
They just released it on Disney Plus, and I was like, what the heck is this?
Well, I mean, kind of makes sense. It's Disney.
The only
Nobody still loves it.
advantage...
It's such a good movie.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
But like, there's the one advantage to them really immediately releasing shit on Disney Plus, and that's that people on the internet then rip it off of Disney Plus in HD quality and put it on the internet for free.
Exactly.
And it's a lot quicker than if there's a cinematic release.
That's
So
true.
like, there's that.
Mm.
But not everyone does that. Because
Only
in this
us.
day and age, exactly. So many people, just for whatever reason, can't work their way around the internet and rip off internet fucking movies for free and shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know where this laziness came from, but all of a sudden people are just relying on their Disney Plus subscriptions and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, they do
I
own
consider
everything.
weakness. Well, yeah, but who else owns everything? The internet. It's out there.
That's true.
Everything's out there.
That's
Low-key, I watched that shit in the same hour that it drops in HD quality. The Mandalorian, same deal there. Okay, shit's out there. It's for free. It's in at least 720 pixel definition, which isn't HD, but it was in my day, goddammit.
I remember when 720 was HD. On YouTube, 720, 60 FPS. Whoa, glorious.
Those were the days. Now it's just like, oh, you mean it's not 180p minimum?
Yeah.
Ugh, get this non-HD out of here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
Mm.
Well then, I think it's about that time, guys, where we move on to everyone's favorite segment.
Yes.
Fund or
Shark Tank.
bust.
That's right. Well,
No, it's totally not Shark Tank.
It really, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like I should watch that show at least once.
We had to watch
To
that
prove
like,
that it's
business
not
studies
Shark
in high
Tank.
school.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can just write up a little paper on why this is not Shark Tank.
Actually, side note, I'm not really sure why we watched that show during business studies, because it's just them pitching bad ideas to four guys sitting on it.
Well, I'm
to
sure
show
on occasion
you
they come up
not
with a
to
decent
do
idea
it.
every now and then.
No, they just showed us bad guys though, like bad ideas. That's all they do.
Oh. Well, that's
Yeah.
fucking pointless. Here's what not to do.
Yeah.
You could come up with infinite amount of ways of how not to do business.
Yes, exactly.
Business
Like,
sucks.
Exactly. Business is stupid.
I don't know
Yeah.
why you would do it in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Who would do that? That's stupid. But
Yeah,
anyways,
I'm just gonna
moving
go
on.
homeless. instead.
Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, Callan is going to be our fun bust person today.
Yes.
whatever we
Yes, I
call him.
am.
Yes. And so Reggie, why don't you give Callan his business idea today? Wait, just cut this part out, Callan, because I forgot about this.
I won't, but okay.
Callan's
Wait, no, it's
crotches.
fine. Let's just. What? Why? No.
Is that actually it?
No. Wait, just cut this part out, Callan. It was like 38, just 38. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I was waiting. I thought you had something, Brandon, and then you put it at me. So I was like,
Okay, I guess I will make a cut.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Just trying to. Crap.
I wouldn't have came up with anything if you didn't say cut.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want it to be stupid.
Hey!
No offense. Because I had some really stupid ideas going in my head, like
offense.
Callan's cabbage, you know.
Only your ideas are stupid, bro.
See if you don't.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
Callan.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, you.
Don't you have a list?
I did, but then.
Wait, just go to
I think it's
chat.
Yeah.
Because you posted
Callan.
some from there, I think.
Yeah, that was ages ago.
Yeah, we'll just take one from there.
Okay, trying to find it.
Yeah. I just had coffee.
Found it. Oh god, these are bad.
Oh no.
Which?
It's just alliteration for the sake of it.
Oh, what are
Yeah.
you talking about? I can't buy that now.
Yeah, we gotta cut this part out, Callan.
Yeah.
Can I do that? Okay, I'm gonna do it then. Anyways, if I want,
Yeah, I sent you the list. I
just
can't remember which one of these we
did.
I can't remember which one we've done.
No, we did. We already did the carbon dioxide one.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, with Callan's
Yes, I
carbon
smashed that
Okay.
Maybe the third one.
The third one. Oh, okay. Really?
Unless you want to do like
All right.
the fourth one.
Yeah, I want to hear about
You
that
want to
one
do the fourth
actually.
one? Okay. Let's do that one.
Okay. All right. So, what are we starting at? 41-ish.
Cool. So that's
wait, how long?
almost 2-minute cut.
So we
Well,
go
say
like
42. Say 42.
62-ish. Is that when we finish?
And then.
Yes.
Okay. So we don't
Okay.
go
Well, no,
overtime.
we're doing a 45-minute runtime this time. Remember?
Oh,
We're only going to 45.
Shit.
Whoa, wow.
okay.
We're going to 45 minutes, wasn't it?
Okay, it'll be a little bit
Yeah.
over, but
It's fine. We'll go to 50
Well, we're
We'll go
minutes.
ending
50,
on.
50.
Okay.
Well, no, we're cutting
So we go to 50. Yeah, 50.
yeah, because we gotta
Okay.
end it off.
All good.
Okay, let's go.
Well then. All right.
Yeah. 44. 30. Go.
Okay. So then, guys, for today's Fund or Bust, we are getting Callan to introduce us to his brand new business idea. Callan's Compliments. Callan, take it away.
Well, have you ever felt compliment deprived, in this day and
Yeah.
age?
Yes.
Because, Brandon, certainly, because some of us, feel like our loved ones don't compliment us often enough, like
You
Brandon.
guys.
Today,
You guys. Yeah.
someone might have complimented you on your robe if you had anyone close enough to you to care about your robe.
I'm not wearing a
But you
robe.
didn't. Because you don't have any close loved ones around you who care about how you look.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thanks.
So, what I'm proposing here is for a low fee of $69,420 a month. Okay, which is a brilliant price, a great deal. Exactly, $420. That's an invisible O at the end.
Yeah.
It's actually 42 cents, but then we throw in the tenth of a cent.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk about that some other time. But you can have an individual private individual just for you,
Whoa.
curated to your exact specific needs, follow you around and give you compliments constantly, all the time, as often as necessary. Like, if you feel like you need a compliment, just snap of the fingers and boom. Your hair is doing great today, Reggie. It's doing hair things. All right. I like what you did with that, like that thing where it sweeps over to one side and it starts from the left side of your cranium. That's great.
Thank you.
Imagine if you could have that on demand.
Well, can you do an example for me?
No. Not
I
available.
like that widow's peak that you've got going on there, Brandon.
The what?
Just connection failure, but yes. You're starting to understand just how valuable this is. And of course, for an additional DLC package, this individual could also be like your personal bodyguard, you know, like complimenting you by protecting you from assailants who might insult you. Because that's right, he's not just any old kind of bodyguard, you know, he's also an expert rat battler. He will defeat anyone who's even so inclines as to insult your name and your visage and your lineage by taking them down in the heat of a rap battle. The verbal abuse that this man can throw is insane. That's right, It's just one man. We've just cloned him many times to follow everyone.
Sounds like a prostitute.
That is...
Is there anything wrong with that?
Yeah, Reggie, come on.
So you want a
Prostitutes are real
prostitute?
people too. I'd love a prostitute. I'd have them over for coffee. We could talk about their job.
Okay.
And we could talk about my lack of a job. Maybe I could get a job from them. You never know.
What kind of
Fair
job?
enough. Well, Callan,
do their
we
shopping
don't need to
or
talk
some shit.
about that. I think we need to move on and discuss whether or not we actually want to take this guy
It's true.
on.
I forgot there was a time limit, which I myself wrote down.
Okay.
It's okay. It doesn't matter anymore. Okay, look, Reggie, I'm just going to say it like this.
Okay.
I really need this. Okay, this is something I need. I get insulted a lot on a daily basis,
So you need
mostly by you guys.
compliments?
I need the bodyguard. I need the rap battle, you know?
But this is a
I need
prostitute.
someone to write an instant diss track.
You
It's
want
not
a prostitute?
It's
someone who goes
That's
to
not what
you
this
to
is.
make you feel better when you're sad, and you call them over because you feel bad about yourself.
You know what? You got a point there. Okay. Well, either way, hey,
I mean,
it's just compliments.
okay. I'll
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
for you, Brandon.
Thank you.
We'll do it
Thank
together.
you.
You can tell him because
Yeah. Fair enough. Callan, I know you didn't leave the room because you didn't do the door creaking sound or
Yes.
whatever, but welcome back. And
Hello.
we're going
I'm
to
back.
tell you
I feel
right now
welcomed.
that we like your business idea. We are funding
yes,
it.
Brandon
Oh my
likes
gosh,
your
that's
business
so great.
idea.
We
Brandon
like your
loves
business
it.
idea so much. We feel like it can really help us with our self-esteem, you know,
Yeah.
build up our confidence.
Brandon
Exactly. There's so many
self-esteem.
benefits to this.
Exactly. Not our self-esteem.
Okay,
Well then,
you got
That's
it.
into that.
I'm extraordinarily happy. I did it.
You
I'm
did it.
doing business, guys.
Yeah.
I'm doing the business thing.
Business.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well
You
then,
know who isn't doing the business things?
who?
People whose jobs it is to take photos of people eating salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If you're taking pictures of people eating salad, you've hit the low, the lowest low, the lowest possible low.
Completely agree.
Like, I mean,
You're not even a
Brandon-
photographer. You're just
exactly. You're
Yeah.
you're just like the model's child who
You're
was
an Instagrammer.
forced into exactly
Yeah.
you're forced to just click the fucking take photo button, and then your mum just sends you off while she throws the salad in the bin.
Yeah.
that's very true. Yeah.
Indeed.
Although I normally see people taking photos of not salads, but everything else, because apparently everything else is better to take photos of. It looks nicer. Which is weird, I guess.
It's
Is
true.
Why do people take photos of their food?
Because
Do you guys do
that?
it looks
I don't even take
pretty
photos of me.
sometimes.
Yeah, but what do you do with the photo?
You show them off.
Nothing really.
Because, I mean, it's not every day. Like, say if you
Well,
go
like-
to, like, a nice restaurant and then you have, your plate of food and stuff and it's presented nicely. It's not every day you get a nice presented food. Nicely presented
That's
food.
true.
Yeah. So people like to,
Why?
like,
Mm.
take a memory.
What makes sense to me is if you make something
Yeah.
and then you take a picture of that.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you could go to a restaurant and like they have really nice food, but you know where the photo of that food is on their website, But like, you know
And
what
it looks
doesn't have
much
a
better.
website? Like the food that you yourself have
Yeah.
made. Like that's kind of an accomplishment, like making your own food.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like if
don't-
you made
yeah.
something nice.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to those people out there who do that. But I just don't personally get it. It's just, I just want to eat. That's why I go to a restaurant, to gorge my face
Yeah.
and stuff a bunch of good food in my mouth. And usually it looks gross anyways, but it tastes great, so,
I mean, hey, it's the taste that matters, as
Yeah.
Guy Fieri would adamantly determine to be the deciding factor.
The one exception, though, is if you go to McDonald's and get a burger that looks like the picture. I would take a photo of that, just because
This
that's
is
such
true,
a
but
rare
that's
thing.
never going to happen.
Never.
Exactly, it's never going to happen. But if it does happen, then yeah, I'm going to take a photo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, there's so much to unpack around Macca's.
Are we going into
Yeah.
But I don't
Macca's?
think we've got the time.
No,
Are we going into Macca's?
No, I don't believe we've got enough time, unfortunately. Maybe next
Because
time.
we got to watch Kung Fu Panda.
Yes.
Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah, very, very.
Yes,
We're in
definitely.
lockdown now. You've
So,
got no
you
excuse.
got-
You're not
you
doing anything.
don't have
for the rest of
anywhere
the
to
day.
go.
They're holding me hostage, guys. Help. Please.
Yes.
Help.
No, we
Either
already
way,
asked your
guys,
dad for
if-
permission.
No, you
This is
didn't.
true.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Anyways. Thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of the Any Last Words podcast.
We're trying out something new. We're going things a little bit shorter. And we're going to try something new when we get a hold of our next guest at some
Yep.
point.
Yes,
We're working on it.
we're working on it. You'll
Yes.
love the next guest.
You
You will,
them.
whoever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, anyways, thank you guys for listening to this
Yeah.
episode. You can follow us on all of our socials in the description below. And check out Ghosting Charlie on Twitter and Instagram if you want to see some cool art, get some commissions, right? Yeah, that's
Yes.
pretty good. And pay your social come back, please. We've been asking that for months now. And it hasn't happened yet.
It's been a very long
Yes.
time. Like, damn, we get it. Very important, but yes.
Well then, thank you guys. And we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
And then we let it run for a little bit.
We didn't say any last words.
We never do.
We don't, fuck.
We never do. We never do, though. Let's be real. We always go like, any... You know?
Yes, this is true.
It's fine. It's fine.
Nothing
Also, I have to go.
Where are you going?
Oh, what are you doing? It's lockdown, huh?
Where do you have to
Where
go?
are you going? It better be essential.
It better be the grocery store.
I don't actually have anywhere to go.
He just wants to get rid of us.